What is going on, everyone? Riddict here, and welcome to Off the Shelf Airguns. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Umarex Legends MP40. That's right, the MP40. A German firearm used during World War II. Let's open it up and see what we think. Alright, so in the box like so, and there it is. It's your 52 round magazine here. Of course, your manual with hex key, some little goodies here. Get the key off. There's your manual. And the gun itself. Oh, goodness. Wow. That's got some serious weight to it, guys. That's got some serious weight to it. Very nice. Very, very nice. All steel. Now, the MP40, it was it fired 9mm Luger rounds. So, essentially handgun ammo that we know today. It was something that they could use, you know, if they were in a tight spot, they could easily, essentially, spray down a room or area in hopes of having an upper hand. Underneath you'll see there's the safe, and then all the way out is auto, full auto, and then that's semi-auto, which this gun did not do semi-auto. And this right here is almost spot on. There's a couple things. There's a couple things we're going to go over that isn't quite spot on, but it's pretty close, and close enough, honestly. It really is. So, alright, here it is. Out of the box. Magazine. Very weighty. Very heavy, actually. Not sure how much it weighs. It's got to be 7 pounds, maybe. Could be wrong, but feels like maybe it's around that. It's a very weighty piece. As far as the differences I was talking about, of course there are going to be some, because this is a BB gun at the end of the day. But for all intents and purposes, a very, very well done replica. As far as the differences, you'll see the bolt actually does not go all the way back and lock up in, which would be like a safety. And this also has a groove here as well. Those are not functional. That would be functional on the actual firearm. That's what they would do. Pull that back and it locks up in. That would be the safety, right? Well, not here. But that's of course because it's an air gun, so that's just not how it functions, because it's an air gun. Of course here, this bolt, this area here will kick back with the blowback action, which you will see. And you got your shoulder straps for the leather strap, if you want to really bring out the realism. So they did have a leather strap with them. Now, of course, the stock, here's the other difference I want to point out with the stock. Oh, still opens the same way. However, whereas the actual firearm kind of stopped right there, right in there, right? This goes all the way back. So that is one major difference right there. You could probably mod that to get it to stop at the correct angle. But yeah, just a little nitpick, nothing crazy, right? Of course, your magazine. Your magazine does go in. You see the feeder right here. Okay, that goes to the front. So you would go this to the front. And that's how that goes in, just like so. And of course your release is right here. So that's that. Let's put that in and see. Oh yeah. With the magazine in, man, it's weighty. I like it. I mean, this feels like an extremely solid, well-made piece. There ain't no doubt about it. Extremely well-made piece right here, guys. Wow. Of course, your sights right here have a different thing going on here. You can put that all the way down. It kind of adjusts for elevation. You can lift it up a little bit more until it's up. So kind of a adjustable sight, if you will. But let me tell you, you're not going to be using this for the sights. I promise you that. You got a fixed sight up here. Almost looks like it would be a fiber optic, but it's not, obviously. But yeah, you're not going to be using the sights on this. That's not why you have this. You don't have this to sit here and get all marksman with it, you know. It's not. That is not why you own this, people. Believe me. You're going to find out why you own it in a minute. So, let's take a look at the magazine. We got the Allen key it comes with, so that you can install your CO2, which does go in down here. So let's open that up. Alright. Now this does take 2 CO2 cartridges. 2 12-gram CO2 cartridges, which I will show you how to do that right now. Alright, we got our CO2 cartridges right here. I'll show you how these go. Now a lot of people, I see a lot of people, you know, reviewing this stuff, and they don't tell you that you should probably be putting some Pel oil, just a little drop, just like that, on the end of these cartridges. I mean, it really helps to do that, believe me. So one goes in neck down. And then one goes in neck up. Just like that. A little odd, I know, but that's how it works. And then you just simply tighten until you hear it. You may not hear it either. There you go. Ready to rock and roll. Now to load. To load can be, well, actually, on this one, okay, there, cool. It does have a little recess for your spring to lock into, which is good, because some of them don't. We're going to load it up with some Hornady Black Diamonds. Feel like these are the best for guns like this. Now this is obviously where you're going to be like, man, probably good to get an extra magazine, but this isn't too bad. If you were forced to hold that feeder back, it would be a little bit more of a pain, but it's kind of nice that you don't have to. I know some of these full auto guns, BB guns, you have to hold the thing back and bust your finger while doing so. So that's how you load it up. So I'm going to go ahead and finish loading this magazine, and then we will take it outside and have at it. One other thing I wanted to touch on before we go outside is the accuracy. Like I said, the accuracy of the replica, other than the stock and the bolt, is quite well done. This plastic bits, these plastic bits right here, is actually accurate. That's actually accurate to the actual firearm. So they did that right as well. And like I said, all steel construction. Alright, let's get this outside. Alright, we're out here. The MP40. Magazine loaded and ready to go. Now remember, your magazine goes with the BBs facing out. Just like so. There it is. Alright. Of course, remember to, we're going to start with semi-auto. Just fire a couple shots, see what we think. And here we go. I have some clays out there, as well as many cans and other things. Yeah, I don't know why you own this if you're not doing full auto at all times. Full auto. Ready? That's it. Just that fast. Empty the mag. Wow, that was fun. load another one up. Definitely not the most accurate thing in the world, but I have done nothing to adjust those sights, so you can only adjust it for elevation anyway. I think. Maybe you can adjust it for windage? I don't know. Can you adjust it for windage? No. No. Elevation only. It's alright. Before we go ahead and shoot another one, I think they made a change to this from the original release of this, because it's been out a couple years now. And I've noticed that on the original release of this in videos I've seen, when you dump a mag, it just keeps firing after the fact. This did not happen here. As soon as the mag was empty, it stopped firing and locked back, as you can see. If you can see that. But as soon as that mag was empty, it locked back. So they changed something there. That was not the case before. Here we go. Hit some of the clays. See? See? Stopped. Stopped after the mag was empty. So any of you that have the original release, they changed some things here for function, which is good. I swear on the original release this didn't lock back either. This I feel like it didn't lock back. Maybe it did, I don't know, but definitely does here. And as you saw on full auto, once the mag is empty, the bolt locks back and it stops firing. I almost guarantee it did not do that on the original release. That's a nice change. Might be kind of a bummer to those that already bought this back then, and now they fixed that problem. I'm sure, you know, you probably got used to it. But just know that if you've watched videos on this and you're like, oh man, that's kind of dumb how it just keeps going after the magazine's empty, just know that that is not the case anymore. That is not the case. And I swear, I can't remember if the slide on the magazine closes or holds back, has a little notch to hold back on the original release or not. I cannot remember. So, if it didn't, now it does. So there you go. Do another one. So far we've done 2, so that's 2 full magazines with the CO2. I'm just trying to see how long the CO2 is going to last. Oh yeah. Yeah. Man, is that cool. Yep. Alright. Keep on going. Well, we destroyed some of the clays, but let's keep on working on that. Might be out of CO2 now. Yep. Yep. CO2 is too weak now. Let's try it on single shot, see if we can still get something out of it. Nope. It says nope. When it's low enough, when it's too low on CO2 to operate the gun, it will not function. So know that. That may be another thing they changed about it, I don't know. But yeah, the magazine is not empty. So, CO2's cooked. But that was what? 3 or 4 mags? 3.5 mags, something like that? About half the mag on this one. Mind you, this is 52 shots per magazine. So you're getting 52 shots per magazine and definitely 3 full mags, and then another half before it dies. At least we know that when the CO2 is done for, it stops trying to fire, which is actually a good thing, because when the CO2 gets weak in some of these, it starts to, you know, sputter, and then it could potentially jam up the gun with BBs, and I've had that happen with the pistols and things like this that are CO2. So I actually like that it says, nope, not enough CO2 to operate, not even going to try. I like that. And I also like the fact that clearly they changed something, they altered something, because it doesn't just keep going. Once the magazine's empty, it ceases to fire, and the bolt locks back. So, definitely something they changed there, compared to the videos I've seen on it, you know. So, they must have made some kind of change there with that, which is good, because when you're just sitting there going crazy with the full auto, and then you dump the magazine and it still keeps going, you're wasting CO2 at that point. So, there it is. The Umarex Legends MP40. Let's take one more pass. The Umarex Legends MP40. How freaking cool is this? Seriously. How freaking cool is this? Man, I barely hit anything, but I had a blast doing it. Let me tell you that right now. Barely hit anything. I mean, we shot the clays a little bit, hit some cans, but don't care, man. That was a blast. So if you're looking to get one and you were waiting, you did yourself a favor, because obviously they updated some things on this compared to the original release, and I say it's worth every penny. If anything, it's worth it alone for the replica, because it really, you know, it has, I mean, everything about it is spot on except for the bolt, and of course the stock, and of course it's a CO2 BB gun, you know. But for all intents and purposes, an absolutely great replica. Feels proper, weight is proper, and super fun, man. Super fun. Worth every penny. So there it is. The Umarex Legends MP40. With that said, I'll catch you all down the road.